Hello everyone. I'll do a basic profit analysis on three types of dental offices. Of course, these dental offices are not endo, pediatric, or surgery. They are general and prosthodontic offices that have a high percentage of prosthodontic work and consequently a high lab fee. First office that will be used as a benchmark is a typical successful office that has an yearly revenue of about $1 million and sends out all the lab work to a commercial dental lab. From data that I have compiled from my accountant, the average lab fee for such an office is about 16% of the revenue, or about $160,000. The second office has the same revenue, but a dentist invested in an in-house dental lab and has a dental technician on staff with a salary of about $70,000 a year, and the dentist is spending about $10,000 in materials. So between the $70,000 in salary for the technician and $10,000, the actual lab fee becomes $80,000. The third office is an office with the same revenue of about $1 million. The office has the same overhead or the same operational cost of about $500,000. But the dentist and the staff are trained to manufacture all the lab work, so the only expense that they have for the lab is the $10,000 in materials. This is absolutely possible. Any office team can do it with the right training. I guarantee you that. Even the commercial dental labs have the majority of the staff coming from a non-dental background. They have very few certified or master dental technicians. In my area, there's a large lab with about 16 staff, and only one person there is a certified dental technician. And surprisingly, that person is not even the owner. So for such an office, the only lab expense is the actual lab lab materials that are being expensed. Again, this is a basic analysis where I don't go into taxes, depreciation, and amortization schedules in order not to complicate the basic understanding on why an in-house dental lab is so profitable. Actually, I will make another video where I incorporate the accounting factors, depreciation, amortization, tax deductions, and I'll prove that having an in-house dental lab is actually even more profitable than what I'm showing you now. Also, I want to mention that for those who do a lot of dental implant dentistry, especially full arches and collecting about $2 or $3 million a year, the profit rates increases are a lot higher. So let's get to it. Regardless of the fact that your office has an in-house dental lab or not, usually if you collect $1 million a year, your operational expenses are about $500,000. That includes the advertising, marketing, payroll, professional expenses, rent, supplies, IT maintenance, household improvements, payments to the banks, etc. So I put that expense as fixed across the board for all these three scenarios. So you can see case 1, 500,000, 500,000, and 500,000. If you do not have an in-house dental lab, you do a lot of pros and you use a commercial dental lab, you are most likely going to spend about $160,000 in lab fees. By deducting the $150,000 and the $500,000 from the $1 million that you have the revenue, you are left with about $340,000 in profit per year. You're going to pay taxes on it, but I'll go into the taxes issue on my next video, to a more detailed video. But for now, you are left with $340,000 in profit. If you already invested in an in-house dental lab, this is scenario number 2 and 3. And I said invested, not expensed, because when you expense, you spend the money that will not bring you any further return. So when you invested in a dental lab that will bring you returns in the future, and you have a dental technician on payroll that you pay with about $70,000 a year, you are left with $420,000 in profit. So just by investing into this lab and by hiring a technician, you are increasing your profit by $80,000 or 24%. And on top of it, later you can depreciate that investment that you made in your lab, so the actual profit is even higher. The question is, okay, but how much do I need to invest in such a lab? If you buy the right equipment from the right suppliers, you can expect an investment of about $120,000 to start. You take a business loan for about $120,000, purchase the lab and the customer service that comes with the equipment, and save about $6,000 a month. You make a payment of about $3,000 a month to the bank, and you are profitable from day one. And you have everything done in-house, like following the Tesla model, where Elon Musk is obsessed with manufacturing everything in-house. The result? You have better restorations, faster restorations, greater perceived value by the patient, and incredibly profitable. I mean, what else can you ask for? Now, you think that the second scenario is a great accomplishment, and it is, but wait until we talk about the third scenario. In the second scenario, you direct some funds towards investing in your lab, and you get the benefits of having a personal lab, and you passively increase your profits by 24%. The third scenario needs a more active involvement from the owner, from the dentist, and from the staff. It is more like Elon Musk being involved in the trenches with his staff in order to create the best possible electric car and a never before seen expanding company. He's involved in all aspects of his companies. 80% of his time is spent on engineering and the rest on marketing, social media management. It is possible, I guarantee you that there's some more work involved than the scenario number 2. But the benefits are also tremendous. So you have the expenses, the operational cost the same, $500,000. You spend just $10,000 on materials instead of spending $80,000. And you are left with $490,000 in profit, which is an increase from the first case, increase of 44% in profit. Leaving aside the increase by 44% in profit or the extra $150,000 a year in profit, by the way, you can buy 2 Teslas with this profit. The biggest advantage is that you'll discover that you are the best technician that you can have for your own work. No one else knows your cases as well as you do. You have the advantage that you work in the patient's mouth and you see everything that is happening in there, from occlusion, shades, parafunctions, angles, aesthetics, and regardless of what you will write on a prescription form, a technician will never be able to duplicate what you see. After doing your own work, you'll become also the best dentist that you can be for your own patients. The fact that you do the work will change your approach in how you prep, how you take the impressions, how you take the bites, treatment planning, and of course the confidence in selling your cases. Now maybe you're looking at these numbers like 1.2 million or 1,235,000 and in the second case, and 1,441,000 in the third case, and you are wondering what are those numbers. Well, if you don't invest in a in-house dental lab, which is not such a huge advantage if you think about, I'm sure you spend this kind of money on consultants, on other things. So if you don't do that, but you want to increase the profit rate the same way, just proportionally you will have to increase your business to create a revenue of 1.235 in order to create a profit of 420 versus 340. But that involves increasing your office space, hiring more people, hiring an associate dentist, increase the marketing, increase the advertising, pretty much increase all the variable costs. This is for the second case. For the third one, you have to collect an extra $440,000 every year in order to generate the same amount of profit. This leaves us with the conclusion that an investment in a dental lab is truly by far the best investment you can do in your office, and especially in yourself as a dentist. I'll come back with another more detailed video where I explain the taxes issue, the amortization schedules, depreciation schedules, and with that is going to show that actually having an in-house dental lab, even from the pure financial standpoint, is way more profitable than the basic analysis I showed you here. Okay, see you on my next video. Bye bye.